Calvin, thank you for taking out some time to join us today for Livingston TV. Very appreciated. Quick chat with myself, which will go out to our supporters. Firstly, who's Calvin Ford?
Wow, that's a loaded question. Look, first and foremost, a father, a husband, two most important things in my life. But being part of this organization has come to mean a lot to me. What we're building here, I think, is something that is going to evolve into something that, in my view, is going to be disruptive. And that's something that I've said from the beginning when I wanted to get involved with Livingston, is I saw the potential for this club and what somebody like Davey Martindale brought, and the leadership that we have at this club is something that really excited me. So I am somebody that cares about community, that cares about this team, that cares about building a club here that is going to compete, is going to be exciting, and that is going to be sustainable. We belong in the Premier League. I don't want us to go back down. We're going to make sure that we're doing everything that we can to stay up here. But so I think I've maybe moved away from the question of who I am, but that's what I want for this club. I'm a passionate person, and I try to live my life passionately. And Livingston has become a real passion of mine, and I'm just excited to be part of it.
Next question is, you've kind of covered some of that already, but why Livingston? I'm somebody that again, I would say passion is kind of where it begins. And when the opportunity to get involved with Livingston came across my desk, it didn't take long for me to understand that the fit was right. And I'll tell you, the reality of it was I was introduced to Davey Martindale, and I saw somebody that reminded me of myself, in that he cares so much about this organization and what he's building here. And that, to me, it's about leadership. You can have be a club that has endless amounts of funds and pump money, but if you have the wrong leadership, you're never going to get anywhere. And so when you have people like Davey and people like Dave Black and John Ward and other people that have been around here and that have been through challenging periods and have fought and clawed their way through, and have really sustained this place, why would you not want to be a part of it? So that was an easy decision for me. We have a kind of new board and things in place as well. Yeah. Can you just touch on that? What does that look like?
Yeah, I tried to bring in a few other people from outside of the club that have been kind of people that I've come to trust in the football world, who also are passionate people and who also see potential in Livingston. And so the goal is to bring in people far smarter than I am in the footballing side, and work together to bring Livingston to a place where people are coming to Livingston and they're not comfortable. I want people to come here and not be comfortable. And I think we've already actually done that. I think that we've seen, just since I've been part of it in the last few months, this is not an easy place to play. And I want this to become an even harder place to play. So let's keep doing that.
How do we get to the next level?
I think it's a combination of making smart business decisions from kind of the higher up level, and then really kind of let Davey and his team run the show on the field, on the pitch. It's bringing in the right players. It's gelling the team the right way. It's bringing in the right collection of players that are putting team above individuals. And I think Davey has amassed a team this year that looks to be, look, we're a game in, but we've had the Premier Cup games already. We've had exhibition games, but you can see it. You can see these guys working together, and I think they're only gonna gel better as the season goes on. But I could tell last year this is a team that loves to play together. Take the individual part away from it. Let's build a collective thing here. Let's do it for Livingston, and I think these guys are fully on board with that.
I think that's already been shown early doors, new contracts to people who were here last year in terms of Jerome Pryor, Robbie Muirhead, Christian Montano. Is that kind of what we expect to see more of? Just getting the right characters within the building?
Yeah. I mean, I want to bring in players that are here and want to stay here, or guys that want to come and be part of what we're doing at Livingston. If you don't want to be here, there's other places to play. But I think what we bring from a high level, from kind of the business decision part to playing for a gaffer like Davey. And I'm trying to get my language in here, right? But I think a lot of the guys are understanding what we're trying to do here, and that is to be disruptive in the Premier League, and that is to be a team that nobody really wants to play, because we're going to come hard. We're going to, like I've said before, we're going to go to your place and we're going to rub our feet on your carpet. And we're going to dirty it up a little bit, and then we're going to kind of work our asses off here, and you're going to leave here with a bloody nose. That's what I see Livingston as.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Obviously, you are based stateside.
Yeah.
What challenges does that bring in itself, if any?
I can't get here every weekend, which is what I'd really love to do.
Is that the wife's choice?
No, look, no. We have I'm lucky to have my son here with me this weekend, and I want to bring my entire family over here because this is a special place, and look, it hasn't presented any challenges so far, and that's really because of the leadership we have in place in the club with people like Dave and Davey. They do a phenomenal job. So it's easy for me to be in the United States, to come over here when I can, but they run the show.
In terms of the kind of facilities and things like that, we've obviously just laid a brand new pitch, which looks magnificent. We might run into an issue in 12 months' time based on the kind of league and everything else. What are the kind of plans around that at the moment?
Look, I mean, whatever happens there is going to happen. If we need to tear it up and put grass in, we're going to do it. But we're going to keep working to build this place to have modern amenities. We want to make this an attractive place for people to come. I think we've got the mental part of that with kind of the idea of what we want Livingston to be from a footballing standpoint, but there's no reason why we can't continue to upgrade things that need to be upgraded. And the great part about the people that work at this club that are here every day is they're very open and honest with me. Hey, Calvin, we need to do this. We need to do that. And it's not there's not an endless supply of funds to do that stuff, but we're going to be thoughtful about how we do that. And again, it's a progression. It's an evolution of building this the right way.
It must have felt like the perfect time to invest. I think your first game here was Partick Thistle at home, which then ultimately led to promotion to the Premier League.
I feel like it was I came in at an amazing time, and I remember the second leg of the Ross County game, going down 2-0 and feeling like, okay, whatever happens is we're gonna, if we stay in the championship, we're going to build it up and we're going to win the championship next year. And if we somehow can pull a rabbit out of a hat here and score a few goals. And I think once we scored the third goal of the game, and I think Davies alluded to it too, I knew that this was going to happen. I mean, we weren't playing badly. So look, I'm thrilled at the position that I'm in and where we are. But whatever happens this year is going to happen, and we're going to keep working to build this up. And but I have no plans on relegating back to the championship.
I was just about to say that. From this conversation alone, I get the impression that you want to look up rather than down the way.
We are an up-looking team, and sometimes things are out of your control. But I know that I'm going to do, and the staff is going to do everything that we can to keep the spot where we are. We deserve to be in here. I mean, we are a Premier League team. We have Premier League players. We have Premier League coaching staff, Premier League staff at this club. This is where we belong.
And just finally, just a message to the loyal support that do follow the team all over the country.
Look, first of all, thank you. Livingston is a community of people that, from all that I have found so far, are loyal, wonderful, incredible people. I want to build this with this group of people so that we are reaching the Livingston folks that may have not been Livingston supporters for years because they didn't have a club that they wanted to be a part of or that their grandfather supported or whatever that might be. We're a young club, but we're going to build something here that's going to be a dynasty. I'm confident of that. And so for those that have stuck with us, I'm beyond grateful for that. And we are here to support the supporters that want to come over and support Livingston because they live in our backyard and they're West Lothians, and we're building something to be proud of here. And it starts at the top, and I know that that's my job. But you have my commitment that this club is moving up, and we're going to stay there.
Calvin, thank you very much for your time. Really
Thank you.
appreciate it.